Now, what would be the difference between a fixed and variable path equipment? Let us look at the basic concept of a fixed and a variable path equipment. In terms of fixed path equipment, the material handling using the fixed path equipment follows the same path between any two stations or machines. So what do we have in terms of like fixed path equipment? You cannot actually change the trajectory of the movement of the material from, let's say, two machines, or let's say two workstations. So the path or the trajectory would remain fixed. For example, if the material has to move from machine A to machine B, it will not change, or you cannot put machine C in between A and B. Now, the path is fairly rigid, so that means there is no flexibility. You cannot change it over the given period of time, and changes to the path usually require additional fixed investment. Normally, for a fixed product layout, such type of equipment is required. If I have like fixed machines, it would be difficult for me, or fixed workstations, it would be difficult for me to change the path dynamically with respect to time. So for most of the time during my production, or during my warehouse operations, or during my distribution, I would be looking at like a fixed path. This type of material handling equipment is suitable for high volumes, low product variety, production situations, and warehousing operations. Where do we have a fixed path equipments? When we require a high volume and the product or the carriage or whatever product we are dealing in, we would not have to change it. The variety of that product is not that much. What does it mean? It means you are producing, if it's used in a manufacturing unit, you would be producing the same type of product over a period of time, or there would be a very little variation in terms of the content of that product. And in terms of warehousing, you would be storing some similar type of products in which, or different SKUs for which you do not have to change much. So if there is low diversity in your product, or it requires high volume, fixed path equipment would be more appropriate. Then we have the variable path equipment. All type of trucks such as forklifts, hand trucks, power trucks, and platform trucks move along a variable path depending upon the requirement. What does it mean? You would have different paths in your facility, whether it's a manufacturing facility, whether it's a warehouse, or whether it's a distribution center. So you would be using forklifts, or the hand truck, or the power trucks, and different types of it, and they can change their trajectory, they can change the path, so the path would become a variable. So depending upon the requirement, you would be using that truck or power truck for that path. So you don't have to fix it. So they can actually go to any area. Let's say if it's a warehouse, you would have different bins with you. So bins are like shelves. So if you want to, if you have some power truck that would be going there and picking that specific product or SKU, they can change the path. So it's not like that one truck would be fixed for that one bin. He can go to any bin. That truck can actually go to any bin. There are actually certain type of cranes that are mounted on trucks also fall under this category. So this is the sophistication of the truck, that there would be some crane that would be used for lifting, and it would be mounted on a truck. Variable path equipment provides flexibility in terms of material handling, but is less efficient in terms of volume of material handled. So variable paths would be comparatively for those type of products in which you would have more variety with you, but as with the more diversity or variety in your product, you would be looking at relatively lower volumes to handle. You would it would not be very attractive option to go for the products for which the high volume is required. Thank you.